A lot of golf in the Jacksonville area. The Jacksonville Women's Golf Amateur at Jacksonville Golf and Country Club, the Unbridled Tour at Fleming Island, and then over at TPC Sawgrass, the Korn Ferry Tour. Dan.
Korn Ferry Tour, PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan on hand for the final round this afternoon. Fast start for Luke List with 3 birdies in the first 4, and then at 12 he rolled in this birdie. You know what he's doing? He's listing it, setting the number at 12 under. Nicholas Lindheim among those giving chase. Crucial par putt at the tough 17. Oh, gets it to go. Finishes at 10 under. We go to the last, and nobody challenged this pin placement quite like Shad Tootin. Just a few yards away from water on one side, he lands his approach right by the hole, would make it, finish with 4 birdies in the last 5, but that's one short of List, who needed a 2-putt to wrap up the win, and he does just that. Luke List, PGA Tour guy, your Korn Ferry Challenge champ.
Yeah, a good field over there this week. Tough golf course at Dyes Valley. List with a 1-shot win over Tootin and Bramlett. Action Sports Jack's Stuart Weber at Dyes Valley today.
Most folks think about the Korn Ferry Tour as a place for the young golfers trying to make their way to the PGA Tour. Well, it also includes a few savvy veterans, guys like Luke List, who have PGA Tour status, but just didn't have enough status to get into the Colonial this week. So, what's a good backup plan? Well, come on down to TPC Sawgrass and compete with those young guns and get a win while you're at it.
There's so many young kids now that are, I think I'm above the average age on tour now, so that feels weird to say. I don't feel it all the time, but the level of talent these young kids possess is kind of mind-boggling, and there really isn't that much difference between this level and the PGA Tour.
Like many pro golfers, List had a lot of free time the last few months and what he called the longest off-season of his career before getting back on the course and getting his game back in shape to win.
I took 3.5 weeks off and didn't touch a club really, and which is great. I mean, it was nice to recharge and just be home and be present with the family, and that was great. To kind of refresh and restart, it was fun to get back to work and feel like obviously the hard work paid off.
While it's been 8 years since List lifted a trophy, that competitive spirit never left.
This makes it all worthwhile. You feel like in this sport, it's very tough to win.
List hopes he can carry this momentum into the next few weeks because he's going to be back on the PGA Tour for the next 3 events, starting with the RBC Heritage next week in South Carolina. At TPC Sawgrass, Stuart Weber, Action Sports Jacks.
Some notables from the Valley. Sam Saunders finished 5 under. By the way, gets into next week's event at World Golf Village because of the finish. Tommy, 2 gloves, gaining. -3. Camilo Villegas, a very emotional Villegas earlier in the week. Powerful stuff with his daughter battling cancer, 2 under. And Tim Wilkinson, a local guy. So many local guys.
Oh, yeah.
Got off to a good start, but ended up finishing.
They go up the road this week, right?
And they'll be just down World Golf Village. King and the Bear. So they 2-week back-to-backer right here in the area.
Action Sports Jacks Primetime, Saturday at 10:30 on Fox 30.